y'all. I'm Dr. Tiara Moore. I'm currently in New Orleans at the Essence Festival, and you're watching BIMS TV.
Hi, I'm Shelly, and welcome to BIMS Bites Kids with your host, Andrew Walker. Take it away, Andrew.
Hello and welcome. I'm Andrew Walker, your BIMS Bites Kids host, and this year we're asking big questions with Little Drew. That's me. We'll be learning a little bit more about our beautiful blue world, one question at a time. And this month, I'm asking, why is our blood red? The blood in our human bodies is red. And it's red because of a protein called hemoglobin, which is actually what transports oxygen all around our body. And that hemoglobin is red especially when it is exposed to oxygen, which it often is, as it's kind of its main job in our circulatory system. Hemoglobin moves oxygen from the lungs as we breathe, and transports it all around our body to the organs and muscles that we need to function. And the reason that hemoglobin is red is actually because it contains iron, which, is why the planet Mars is red. It has a lot of iron in it, and when iron interacts with oxygen, it gets even brighter red. And even when our blood is inside our body, even when it has delivered all its oxygen, it's still a reddish color, even if it doesn't always appear that way beneath our skin. But you might be asking, why red? Is that the only option? No. There are actually several other colors of blood found throughout our animal kingdom. It all has to do with kind of when creatures evolved and the conditions in which that evolution took place. But as we'll see, there are a rainbow of options you can find inside various critters, both under the sea and here on land as well. Now, before we explore our ocean of options here, I should say most of the animals that have blood do have red blood. All of our mammal friends, like you and I, red blood all the way. But let's get into these options. First off, blue. Some crustaceans, octopuses, squid, and horseshoe crabs have blue blood. And they actually have this because their transport protein is not hemoglobin, but hemocyanin. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but that's as close as we're going to get today. And this is a copper-based system, not a iron-based system. That's what gives it that nice blue appearance. And these evolved during a time in Earth's history where there was less oxygen around, and it's theorized that they might even be more efficient oxygen carriers in response to that, though obviously doesn't stop us. Next up is clear. There's an incredible fish called an Arctic ice fish, and it lives in super oxygen-rich waters, and there's so much oxygen around it actually doesn't need any transport elements working around it, so it actually has clear blood. Its circulatory system moving around, doing things, but it's not actually carrying oxygen, so it doesn't need hemoglobin or hemo anything. It's just moving around, gets its oxygen right from its gills. Super cool. Next one up is a little bit odd. So in New Guinea, they have a green tree skink, and it has green blood, but it's not due to a different transport element. No, it actually has hemoglobin, like you and I, but it has this extra substance called, it's a little bit of a mouthful. They have an extra substance called biliverdin. And it's kind of like a bile that works through their blood. It actually is something that occurs in other animals, but we filter out with our liver or kidneys or other organs. They just let it ride through them. They're adapted to it, and it helps keep them safe from blood parasites like malaria and other diseases. So wouldn't work for you and I, but they get to be kind of a cool green outlier. There are also some animals out there that don't need blood at all. Jellyfish, flatworms, and sponges, no blood to speak of. They get along just fine, absorbing their oxygen directly. It is a wild world out there. There are so many incredible adaptations and little niches that really make our wonderful blue world worth learning about. Folks, let me know what big questions you have for Little Drew by emailing me at andrewtheeducator@gmail.com. Again, folks, I want to thank you so much for joining me today. Please don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe everything Black in Marine Science. For BIMS by its Kids, I am Andrew Walker, and my friends, stay curious out there, and I'll see you next month.